Welcome to San Diego Friday Night Lights Magazine. I'm Tommy Morris, your host, and round two of the playoffs underway this weekend. But before we even get there, huge story coming out of Cathedral Catholic. The Dons were disqualified from the playoffs, having to forfeit, caught with an ineligible player, a little bit of paperwork issue. The Dons were not able to play against Sarah despite their appeal that they went through all the way up until Friday. Could not get the overturned call from the judge. So Sarah will advance in the playoffs, and you will see that in the brackets that we are about to show you right here on San Diego Friday Night Lights Magazine. In Division 5, Santa Fe Christian over Mount Empire, Horizon over La Jolla Contreras, Christian over Calpatria, Francis Parker over Holtville. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 advance. All those desert teams get stopped here in the second round, and since we're talking about Division 5, we'll bring in a former Division 5 player here with Ruben Pena, quarterback for Trinity International University, all the way up in Chicago, Illinois, or just outside Chicago. Ruben, you're from San Diego. What's it like having to make that transition all the way to a cold city like Chicago?
Man, it's totally different. It's actually pretty cool because I get to experience two different atmospheres. Out here, it's obviously gets really cold in the winter, and we don't get that back in San Diego, so it's pretty cool to experience seasons.
So what was your journey like getting out to Trinity International? You know, it's kind of an unconventional path going out to an NAIA school, kind of in the middle of the country. How did they find you? How did you find them? Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a great experience coming out of high school, trying to find what school best fit me. I got a couple offers from schools in North Dakota and South Dakota and Iowa, but I just felt like Trinity International University was the best fit for me because, one, it's a Christian school, and that's really great for me. And two, I was able to play football. And three, I'm in a big city like Chicago. Well, I'm a little north of the city, but not too far out.
And so what is it like going to school? You know, we all see the big Division I guys on TV all the time, but what's it like for you being at a smaller school, maybe not as much exposure?
You know what? It's cool. I mean, I love it. I love being noticed by the campus and by my coaches, and it's just a great experience out here.
And you come from San Diego, obviously, La Jolla Contreras School. Have you been keeping up with the playoffs that have been going on back here in San Diego?
I have. I just heard that we lost to Horizon a couple nights ago, and that's heartbreaking.
Talk about San Diego a little bit. I mean, really, really good high school football in San Diego. How do you think that helped you prepare for where you are now?
Oh, definitely. Coming out of San Diego, we have one of the toughest high school football programs, and I think it really just helped me a lot with the speed of the game, transitioning from high school to the college level, and just playing with great players.
And so I'll give you a chance right now to reach out to those people back in San Diego who'll be watching this. You know, you got any words of advice for people who are trying to play at the next level, trying to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, definitely. I would just tell them to keep grinding and keep shining. Their time will come, and when it does, go after it.
All right, Ruben, thanks for the time. Enjoy yourself out in there, and I guess stay dry out there in Chicago. Enjoy that weather.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. Always great talking to you. So we'll go from Division 5 now to Division 4 as you take a look at the bracket here. St. Augustine beating Del Norte, Valley Center over Mar Vista. Brawley gets past Imperial, and Madison over Mount McGill. So again, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in Division 4, just like we saw in Division 5. So we will jump to Division 3, where we get a little bit of a change up here. Olympian, the 1 seed over Mount Carmel. Lincoln over Point Loma. Nothing special there, 1 and 4. Then you get Ramona over West Hills, the 3 seed advancing. And as we mentioned in the opener, Cathedral disqualified from the tournament. Sarah will advance. So a 7 seed into the Final Four in Division 3. So it'll be interesting to see how the Conquistadors match up in next week's game. We'll head to Division 2, where Oceanside defeated Hilltop. Valhalla, the 5 seed, defeats La Costa Canyon. They are our first team to advance, beating a team ranked higher than them if you do not count Sarah. Poway over Westview and Helix over Steel Canyon. Helix now undefeated after Cathedral Catholic had to forfeit all of their games due to an ineligible player. And to talk a little bit more about, all right, we're here with running back from Helix, Michael Adkins. Michael, you guys just cruised past Steel Canyon a little bit. You got Poway coming up next. You guys excited about the playoffs or what?
Yeah, we're definitely excited about, last year we won the state champion, so this year we want to come back and hopefully repeat as D2 CAF section champion, so we're definitely excited.
And you guys have had, I guess, no losses, technically, coming into the season. What is it like carrying that undefeated record, and do you feel a little added pressure because even though you are the 2 seed, you pretty much are the favorites?
Right, I mean, there's always pressure to succeed, but, we got to cope with that, and, we just got to keep our head and our eyes on the prize. And so, obviously being 10-0 with the whole Cathedral situation, I don't think it adds any more pressure. I think we always look forward to having that matchup with Oceanside in the championship game. So I think we're ready. So we just got to take it one week at a time. We got Poway this week, so I don't see it being added pressure though.
Yeah, and you just mentioned you're playing Poway this week. Have you guys gotten a chance to take a look at the Titans on tape yet? And what have you seen if you have?
We gotten a chance to see it a little bit. We'll probably take more of a better look at it tomorrow. They have some good skill guys, kind of like us. They have a linebacker going to Nevada. And I know they have a corner that's also on the PPR list for the finalist spot. And so they got a couple of guys that can play, but I feel that we can match up pretty good with them. It should be a good game.
So again, playoffs a little bit different. It's harder to prepare because you don't see the schedule obviously until it happens. What is the difference for you in a week of a playoff game and a week of just a regular season game?
Right. So it's kind of the same, but just the intensity is higher. So everybody's excited since it's playoffs. Season's winding down, and it's just win or go home. So obviously the intensity picks up in the playoffs. People are more excited to go to practice after school and everything, and so it's just the intensity and picks up during playoff week and playoff weeks.
And do you notice a difference in the hallways too? People treat you maybe a little bit differently coming playoff time. People maybe a little afraid to mess with your game. Don't want to say too much to you. Is that a little different?
Right. Yeah. So it's a little bit different. People start talking about football a little bit more, and some of the students that normally don't go to the games start to come out and say, "Yeah, I'll be there on a Friday night to watch you guys play." So, people, the whole school gets excited about it. We're a big football school over at Helix, so yeah. So everybody gets excited for it, teachers and everything.
So playing on Fridays, but you're a guy who's probably going to play on Saturdays. Can you talk a little bit about your future and where you see that ending up?
Right. So yeah, I definitely. I just wanted to go Pac-12. I have a couple offers from some schools: Arizona, San Jose State, UNLV, Air Force, and a couple of Ivy League schools, Harvard and Yale, have offers so far.
And so, are you leaning any direction, or are you still kind of just playing the field?
I'm definitely starting to narrow down the list, seeing where people are at and everything. But I don't really have a top. I don't have I don't know where or on where I'm gonna end up, but I'm definitely narrowing down the list right now.
All right, we're gonna go back to the task at hand on Friday. We're gonna pretend that it's Friday, 5 minutes before game time. Teams all huddled up. You're in the middle. You got to give a pregame speech right now. What are you telling your guys?
Right, I'm telling them, we got to go out there, play hard. This is our season. This is my senior year, and it's a lot of your fellow teammates' senior year, and we want to go out and do what we got to do. A lot of people doubt us going to the season and saying kind of compare us to the team last year. Obviously, with the state champion, we need to go out there and show them and show everybody who we are and we've been doing it all season, and so we just need to go out there and show them and perform and give it all 100%.
All right, Michael, thanks for your time. We see you at the library right now, obviously hitting the books, so study hard and play hard on Friday.
All right, thanks.
And moving on to Division I. In Division 1 West, Mission Hills, the 1 seed over Carlsbad, San Pasqual over El Camino, Grossmont over Rancho Buena Vista, and Eastlake, the 2 seed, takes out the Torrey Pines Falcons. So another bracket that goes 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the playoffs this season. That's all we have to talk about this week on San Diego Friday Night Lights Magazine. Join us next week when the fields of 4 get cut down to 2. And then the week after that is championship week. So we'll see you then.